Hey Beat Beauties! So if I look a little familiar, this look and this shirt, it's because I'm filming 2 videos in one day. Welcome back to my channel, and I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can see more of me. And also you can be notified of new videos when I do upload them. Today I am going to be talking about my brushes, where I started, what are my favorite ones, my go-to brushes. And so far, all of my brushes are e.l.f. So, if you want to keep watching, know about these puppies right here, then go ahead, sit back and relax. Okay, so when I first started getting into makeup, of course, I could not afford like the high-end brushes. But I did my research and found e.l.f. like anyone who really starts off makeup does. And anyone that doesn't know about e.l.f., e.l.f. is a lower end but high quality makeup line. A lot of my products were e.l.f. when I was younger, and of course I shopped at the drugstore, not really knowing about Sephora and Ulta and MAC and all that stuff. So I ended up getting my brushes from e.l.f. And so their brushes range from $1 to $5, which is amazing because you can get pretty good quality brushes without breaking the bank. So I'm just gonna go through my e.l.f. brush collection right now for you, and how I use the brushes, how I care for them, and how long I've had them. So hopefully it can encourage you to purchase some e.l.f. brushes. I'm not being sponsored at all. All these brushes that I have in my hand, I purchased myself. So e.l.f. is not sponsoring me. I just really enjoy their brushes, and I feel like you can't really go wrong with these brushes because some of these brushes have been hanging on for dear life. So I recently purchased this brush. This is the e.l.f. blending brush. Some of the brushes actually have what they are on the brush, some of them don't. I purchased this one from online. I wanted a better blending brush, and I will say this one definitely does the job. I really like it, and I usually use this for my transition colors, so I just dab on whatever brown color I'm transitioning with, and I just pop it right on my eye, and then when I'm done, of course, I blend all my colors out with this brush. And e.l.f. actually sent me a letter when I purchased my brushes saying that they are now making sure that they are cruelty free, so now all their brushes are synthetic hair. So yay! Thank you, e.l.f. for your social responsibility, making sure that you are not using hairs from animals in your brushes. So yes, this is my blending brush. It doesn't have a number. It's just an e.l.f. blending brush, and you'll see that I have different color brushes. One is the black brushes are more expensive than the white brushes. The white brushes are like considered the studio or the professional brushes, but I mean, they all work great. So yes, a blending brush. Next, I have a small, I'll say a smaller blending brush. I use this for my crease. So I'll pop like a color right here in this area with this brush, and I really enjoy it. I mean, I like all my e.l.f. brushes, so you're going to hear me say that I really enjoy it. But this is a smaller blending brush. I got this one at Target. You can find e.l.f. at Target. I'm sure you can find it at Walmart. You can go to elf.com and find their brushes, and they're still the same price. So yes, this is a smaller smudge brush, and it's very soft. It picks up a lot of product, and I feel like it does a really good job of like smoking stuff out. I feel like it's a smaller smoking brush rather than a smudging brush, but either way, it does the job. So I actually have 2 of these brushes because I love them so much. This is the small angled brush from e.l.f. and I use this brush for my eyebrows. So I outline my eyebrows with this brush, and I fill them in with this brush also. And I don't know why I stopped doing this, but I used to do my eyeliner with this brush. I would wet my brush, dip it in. This is before gel liner actually came out, or it got popular. It probably was out, but it wasn't popular. I would dip my brush in some water, and then also dip it in some black liner, and then do a wing liner with my angled brush, and it would come out really great too. I don't know why. I guess because I discovered liquid liner, I kind of like stopped doing it. If I ever run out of liquid liner, I know what my saving grace is. So this small angled brush, like I said, I have two. And also sometimes I have one that's not as clean and straight. It's kind of like messed up. I use that one for like smudging down on my waterline, like a darker color. So like I said, two of them, so I really enjoy them. This is a little deformed because it dried weird, but this is the e.l.f. Professional eyeshadow brush. And so this one was probably about, I don't know if the black is $1 and the white is $5. I have to look. I will have to leave the details of each brush below in the description box so you guys can know what color is how much. So this brush I use to pick up my color and then put on my lid, like actually like pack onto my lid. This is, I guess, my packing brush. I really enjoy it. I picked this one up at Target also, and I've had it for a few months now. My newer, I'm kind of telling you guys more about my newer brushes first, and then I'll let you know about my older brushes. But I really enjoy this brush, and I need to clean it because, as you can see, another brush, actually I've had this for a really long time. This is the e.l.f. blush brush, and I don't use it for blush. What I do use it for though is when I bake. So I use a tinted powder for baking, and so it's kind of like perfectly shaped just to get like right in here in this area and then come down, and it picks up a lot of product. So it's like perfect in my opinion for that. I hardly ever use it for like blush. I hardly ever wear blush. I don't really have a blush in my kit, so or not for me at least, and if I did I wouldn't use it. But this is perfect for like baking. So it's a lot of hair, it's really soft, how it's shaped is like perfect. So I use this for baking rather than using it for a blush brush. Ooh, say that 5 times fast. Okay, so this is my oldest e.l.f. brush. Of course, with moving, because I'm originally from Seattle and now I'm located in Charlotte, with moving I've lost some stuff, but I replaced this brush. This is the e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush, and this is also another packing brush. So if I like pack on with the eyeshadow brush, the white one, so like for instance I put a green color on with this brush originally, or just a matte green eyeshadow, then I will use this C brush for a metallic just to put on top of it, just to help it pop a little bit. So this is also another packing brush. I was not using this correctly when I first bought it, because I was just using it to like do everything, but now I learned how well this works, and so this is just a great like packing brush, because I guess because it's so dense and it has so many hairs concentrated in one area. I haven't used it for anything else. I might want to use it for like a different method. If you have this brush and you use it in a different way than I use it, and you feel like it works great, let me know, because I would love to, you know, use these brushes in more than one way, because I'm all about like using a brush more than one way, using eyeshadow, anything more than one way. So yes, let me know if you use this C brush in a different way than I use it. I have another blending brush, and it says the e.l.f. Professional Blending Eye Brush, and I use it for blending. So before I got the black blending brush, I was using this, and I was like, I want something a little bit fluffier, you know, I want the hairs more concentrated into one area, so that's why I got the other one. But this one was doing great. I use this brush to, of course, blend out my eyeshadow, and then also I use this brush to blend out when it comes to my concealer underneath my eyebrows when I'm defining my eyebrows. So this is a dual action, I will say, brush. So it does blend. It blends the eyeshadow, and then it also blends the concealer under my eye. So, and like I said, I really enjoy this brush. So I think my favorite brush from e.l.f. is the e.l.f. Professional Concealer Brush, because it does such a great job. Like, I get the most cut line or definition when it comes to me doing my concealer underneath my eyebrow. This is the brush that I use for my eyebrows when it comes to concealer. I don't use this on my face. I just use it under, you know, for my eyebrows, and then also like touching up my eyeshadow when it goes past my eyeliner. I go with this brush underneath my eyeliner with concealer, and then I just blend it out and bring it down, just so it's nice and clean. So I will have to get multiples of this brush just in case like something ever happens to this one. And of course, I enjoy it. I love it. I have it. I'm going to purchase more, and I have been using this brush for a while now because I've been defining my eyebrows for a while. I want to say I've been using this brush for maybe a year, and I mean, I'm not going to put it down. I'm not going to put it away. I'm not going to give it up. Like, even if it's a higher brand, or I'm able to afford a better brand, I'm always going to get this brush. Another fairly new brush is this e.l.f. small smudge brush. I got this one off of their website also. I really enjoy this brush for putting color underneath my eye, lower eye line. I think it's perfect. I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory. It's a small smudge brush, so I've just used it for putting it right underneath my lower eye line, or eyelashes. Eyelash line? I don't know. It goes on the bottom. I use it for the bottom. And it does a great job. It picks up a lot of product, eyeshadow, whatever, and puts it right where I want it to. And it's well controlled. It's not like I have to worry about like a whole bunch of eyeshadow in a place that I really don't want it. Nope, it goes right where it needs to go. It stays there, and when I want to move it, it moves. So this is a great brush also. Another brush I have is an angled contour brush. Now, this says angled contour brush, but I use something else for contouring. I use this brush for highlighting. I know that Jackie O calls herself LeBron's James. Okay? Well, LeBron's James, nice to meet you. I'm Golden Tate, because I love a great golden highlight. Like, you've seen the meme where it says suddenly highlights entire face? Yeah, that's me. Like, I just go to town. Like, I'm swirling all in there with this brush, getting every sprinkle of metallic gold highlight I can, and then just this brush for me does the job of highlighting. I haven't used it for contouring. I haven't. I'll have to try it, but I haven't used it for contouring, which is weird. When I saw this, I automatically grabbed it and I was like, ooh, highlight. Because even the fan brush doesn't enough for me. Like, I have like 7 fan brushes. Okay, not 7. I have 2 fan brushes, and it just doesn't do enough for me. And I always feel myself or see myself pulling this brush out to highlight, even on my forehead and down the bridge of my nose. Like, ow. Not ow, but I didn't expect that. And like on the bridge of my nose and right the most protruding part of my nose, I have my Cupid's bow. There we go. Lord Jesus. On my Cupid's bow, I'm always using this brush, so I have to use it as a contour brush once I wash it. Okay, speaking of contour, this is a angled kabuki brush from e.l.f. and I use this for contouring. I got this from Target, and I just fill it with, my deeper powder of choice when it comes to contouring, and I lay it like, I guess I just demonstrate. Once I make sure there's product all over the brush head, and then I just turn it sideways, and then I just contour from my sideburn down to the highest point of my cheek, or underneath it, and that's it. And then I flip it the other way to contour like the outer parts of my face, and then I do it this way for this side. So I feel like it does a great job because afterwards, I get a nice defined contour, and then I can also buff it out by making it perpendicular to my face, or the plane of my face. So this also helps like buff it out, and then I go in with another brush to just like blend everything. So yeah, I like this brush a lot. I'm sure you can use it for something else like foundation or whatever, but I choose to use it for contouring. Like I said, if you use this brush or any of these brushes in a different way that I use them, I would love to know how. That way I can try it and let you know like if I enjoy that way or if I don't. So, but yes, I like using this as a contour brush. Lastly, this is one of my newer brushes, and this is the e.l.f. crease brush. I'm on the fence about this brush. It does its job. I will say it does get the eyeshadow in the crease. Now, it may just be me. It may be the brush. It may be the combination of us too. But when I use this brush and I put it in my crease, I feel like all the product is here and it's not over here. So maybe I need to like play with this a little bit more. I definitely will play with this a little bit more. But I mean, it gets it in the crease. I can't be mad because it does what it needs to do. So it's a crease brush. The product goes in the crease. I just have to learn how to maneuver with this brush a little bit more. And this one I bought off of the e.l.f. website also. So, I mean, it's shaped nicely. It's shaped like it's going to, maybe I'm not using it right. I don't know. Maybe I'm like supposed to, I don't know. I'm gonna play with this brush a little bit more. And if you think, I mean, if you have a review on this brush, if you've used the e.l.f. crease brush, like I said, I welcome the interaction. Hi. Nice to meet you. Go ahead, leave comments. Leave comments. Because I want to know what you guys think if you've used this brush also. Yes, those are all of my brushes. Well, e.l.f. brushes. I have other brushes, but I don't use the other brushes. I use my e.l.f. brushes. Those are all my e.l.f. brushes. I don't have a coupon code because they're already like $1. Like I said, I was not sponsored for this video. It's something that I decided to do. All the e.l.f. brushes that you saw, I purchased myself. So I really enjoy, you know, talking to you guys and letting you know what I had or what I thought about my brushes. And if you have any commentary or, you know, something you want to, go ahead and leave it in the comment area, and I'll make sure to respond and reply. I reply to all comments. So we can chat it up about brushes and stuff like that. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.